Let's talk about dimensions and measures. Dimensions define how data is grouped in a visualization. They answer questions like by what or by whom. Examples include total sales grouped by country, or the total number of products in the inventory grouped by supplier or date. In charts, dimensions control the structure. They appear as slices in a pie chart, or along the horizontal axes in a bar chart. Dimensions come from the fields in your data model. Let's look at an example from an app. Look at the product type field. This field comes from the product table loaded into the app. Each value represents a category of products. You can build a bar chart using product type as the dimension. This groups data by product category. To complete the chart, you add a measure. Let's focus first on creating dimensions. When data loads into an app, fields become available automatically. Qlik Sense identifies which fields work as dimensions. These fields appear when you build visualizations or master items. For simple grouping, drag a field directly into a chart as a dimension. No extra setup is needed. For reuse and consistency, create a master dimension. This approach helps when you want a shared grouping across the app. You also gain control over grouping behavior. This includes drill-down paths. A drill-down dimension lets users move through a hierarchy. Data starts at a high level. Users click to drill into more detail. In this example, we are drilling down from product type to product. Notice that when we click an item in the product type, it drills down to the product. Cyclic behavior. A cyclic dimension lets users switch between fields. Only one field appears at a time. Users toggle between values using arrows. For this demo, we are switching dimensions between location, product type, and product. Notice that clicking an item in product type doesn't drill the selection down to product or location. We can also assign color to individual values in master items. In this example, we'll assign a dark red color to the baby clothes product type. Drag the master item to use it as a dimension and as a color in the visualization. Notice that the baby clothes bar is in dark red. Now let's move to measures. Measures represent calculated values. They answer how many or how much. They usually appear on the vertical axis of charts or inside tables. Measures rely on expressions. These expressions apply aggregation functions such as sum, max, or average. Each measure has a name. Optional details include descriptions and tags. For example, to show sales by product type, use product type as the dimension. Add a measure named sales. Use the expression sum sales. This calculates total sales for each product type. Now, let's check the steps in creating measures. After data loads, fields support aggregation in expressions. You enter expressions directly when configuring a chart. For consistent calculations, define a master measure. This creates a shared calculation across the app. Formatting rules apply automatically wherever the measure appears. Updates apply everywhere from one place. You may also use variables. To create a variable, click on the Variable button located in the left pane of the Edit view. Click Create New and enter the details and expression of your variable. The difference between master measure and variables is that variables can be called in another measure. However, unlike the master measure, variables do not have predefined formats. Every time you call a variable, you have to set the number format again. Together, dimensions and measures form the foundation of every visualization. Dimensions define structure. Measures define insight. This section includes a hands-on exercise to support your learning about dimensions and measures. Please head to the training deck and download the files. Thank you. In this chapter, you learned the role of dimensions and measures in analysis. You created simple and master dimensions. You used drill down and cyclic dimensions. You added properties to master dimensions. You created measures using expressions and aggregations. You compared master measures and variables. Thank you, and see you in the next chapter.